boy been cheat on miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On a hard thing, out of Alabama, you can add Nick say.
Now our feature presentation.
Yo, I done met a lot of niggas in my lifetime. You can't keep it real with everybody, my nigga. Everybody ain't solid, everybody ain't 100. For real. Stick to your motherfucking self. These niggas ain't what they say they is. Know that? Love. I do this shit for my brothers and everybody that done died for us. Niggas say they gon' ride. When the time came, they ain't ride for us. Hitting licks on some hot shit with the same click, you a 5 buzz. Niggas switched up like a bitch, say they'll die for you, but they lied to us. Make room for the real. All that other shit ain't got time for it. Mama still paying bills. Till I get a meal, I'ma grind for it. Record labels all fake and gay, I won't sell my soul, I won't sign for it. Really cut from a different cloth. And new niggas only piss me off. Come around like they really down, but they only around cause they mooching off you. Niggas pussy beat the coochie off them. Listen up when the truth is talking. Real niggas got morals, and the lame niggas don't hate. Rob, who take what? Bitch, I'm riding around with that cake. Riding around with that long K. Fuck a Draco, yeah, it's wartime. We ain't doing no drive-bys. If you try mine, we knocking doors down. I ain't saying I'm the biggest nothing, but if we got a problem, I'ma handle that. Loud talk gon' get crunny smacked. Turn this fat ass to a punching bag. Niggas saying it's on go when they see a nigga. Well, bitch, I'm a lunching pad. Hot shit for you fuck niggas. All love for the real niggas. Even if a nigga went blind and got paralyzed, I wouldn't feel niggas. See the pain in my city eyes that they traumatized and they still getting it. Forever smoke on Mac bands, long live smoking bean. But most of all, the one that hurt the most, goddamn nigga to the king. Wake me up, I know it's all a dream, but this real life and I'm stating facts. If I say this nigga, then I meant it, nigga. If it's out my mouth, I won't take it back. Rap niggas know what's going on. I'm the hottest shit since Tupac. I'm in Tupac and I'm too hot. Nigga, you not, I'm a fuse box. Yeah, nigga, I control shit. Y'all ain't better than my old shit. Tell them folks on no shit, on oh shit, this bullshit. I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. The closest homie can be your biggest hater and they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They last at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss. I'm only here to get it real. If I ain't done it, I ain't speaking on it. Wake 'em up cause it's real. You can't learn shit cause you sleeping on me. Own homie tried to steal from me. The same one that said he killed for me. I never trust another soul going down that road, I be done killed something. Taking food out my kids' mouth will be the quickest way I catch a bid for something. Understand you gotta live for something, or you gon' die trying to live for nothing. Every dollar ain't meant to be chased, my nigga. Be patient, it's really coming. You don't work, you don't eat. I'm grinding hard, losing sleep. I'm taking joy to take the pain away, but somehow this shit getting weak. And the fact that niggas so quick to try you in these streets and think it's shit sweet. Niggas fast, they gon' fleet. In the meantime, I found my own grind, I got my own shine, and I spend my money on my own time. Bitch, I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they stay the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. The closest homie can be your biggest hater, and they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss.
Man, what's the word? Salute to everybody in the building, man. I just want to say salute to everybody in the building. That way. Hey man, listen, it's your boy the Alabama hitter, and you are now tuned in to Hit Squad TV. Um, man, the saga is over. Yep, the saga is over. Tyranny, what's the word? Salute to you, family. It looks like Diddy didn't learn his fate. Diddy has been sentenced to 50 months bedtime with credit for 14 months time served. So this looks like it's gonna be, I want to say, a little bit over 2.5 years behind bars. He'll come back in 2028. Ah, pretty pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. No one was harmed in the making of these in the making of these films, these freak off tapes. But a lot of folks did benefit. A lot of folks benefited from this whole ordeal. Cassie received, I want to say, $30 million, 20 million from Diddy, 10 million from the hotel in California where the videotape surfaced from for her getting knocked upside her head, man. Crazy work, man. Um, I still think Jane Doe getting her rent paid by Diddy. So, you know, and these folks wrote letters to Judge Aaron Subnamarian to keep Diddy. Hey, keep him locked up, man. We don't want nothing to do with him. What's up with it, mystery? Salute to you, big homie. Hey, man. Said lock him up, man. He's a danger to society. And on today, they said that there was a lot of crying in the courtroom. Courtroom was filled with emotion as the judges, well, not the judges, the defense pleaded their case for Diddy. Love you too, Tyranny. I appreciate you as well for rocking with us, man. You already know what it is. Um, Nicole Westmoreland, one of the attorneys for Diddy, um, broke out into a fit of tears. Um, there was no emotion on the half of the prosecution. Nope, none whatsoever. What's up with it, Angel? Salute to you. No emotion on behalf of the prosecution. Um, Quincy Combs, Justin Combs, Christian Combs all came to speak on their father's behalf. And after they spoke, the girls spoke. And they are the ones that really drew the waterworks from the defense team, Diddy, um, the onlookers in the audience, um, because they said they're scared. They said they already lost their mom. They lost their dad to the system. And they're stuck raising a 2-year-old baby, Diddy's youngest child. So they scared, And Judge Subnamarian basically told them folks, hey, you brought this on yourself. But as we learned the fate of Diddy, there was more information that came out. And we got to go over it, fam, because it looked like some in this milk may not be clean. And no matter how many people came to speak on Diddy's behalf, which he's totally guilty. He's totally guilty. Um, but there have been people that had these same charges that left with way less time than Diddy. I believe that he was made an example of. Some people believe that if you believe in the higher ups, you might believe that Diddy um, was going through a humiliation ritual. But we got to check this out, y'all. This is from Flacco. Poetic Flacco, and he's gonna share with y'all the information that came out today. So if you're on the building, man, y'all lock in with me. Hit the like button and let's get into this content, family. Salute to everybody in the building. All my Bush babies, hit that like button for your boy. Y'all know what it is. Let's go.
Judge just officially sentenced Diddy to 50 months in jail for Mann Act violations. 50 months, 4 years and 2 months. And his reasoning why is BS. We should all be pissed off and angry at what we just witnessed in his courtroom today. And if you weren't there, or if you was at work and didn't have time to read up on what happened or how Diddy rights were violated, lucky for you, I sat through everything. I watched every update since about 9 a.m. this morning. This is the sentencing table the judge is supposed to use to figure out what's going to be the range of sentence. Diddy falls in Zone B and Zone C due to his conviction of the Mann Act, which is, bruh, he transported people to engage in prostitution. Now, because Diddy, this is his first conviction, is supposed to fall in the 4 to 10 months or maximum 8 to 14 months. It's unprecedented for somebody to get anywhere near 5 years or 4 years in jail for a Mann Act violation. But this is where you begin to see the devil at work here, where you begin to see this judge is a radical judge. He has it out for Diddy. It's unprecedented. Because the judge looked Diddy in his eyes, looked his attorneys in his eyes in court, and he said, listen, I know he was acquitted of all the other stuff that will require a harsher sentence, but I'm still going to consider those other stuff as well when I sentence him. So I'm not just sentencing him for stuff the jury decided, but yeah, I did my homework. I have the legal backing and a legal basis to sentence him for stuff that I heard in court that he was acquitted of. The state attorneys kept...
Fam, I'm telling you, I don't care how you feel about Diddy. Hey, they railroaded Diddy today. They railroaded Diddy today, man. And yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. You know, to sentence a man based on the stuff that he was acquitted of is crazy work, man. But let's go.
Asking a judge to consider the beatings the women went through, how they was forced to do this, how they were coerced to do this, how this ruined their life. Diddy attorneys objected, said, hold on. Diddy was found not guilty. He was acquitted of trafficking these women. He was acquitted of engaging in anything that required force or coercion. The literal charge was trafficking by force or coercion. Diddy was found not guilty. Why do y'all keep saying these women were forced or coerced to do these things by Diddy? He was acquitted of this. He was found guilty of transporting people to engage in prostitution. The jury ruled that what those women did was consensual. So all the other stuff that he was acquitted for, that should have no play in what sentence he gets. The judge said, listen, you are wrong, Diddy attorneys. The judge says, now, as to the objections, the defense says acquitted conduct cannot be considered. There is no guidance from any court on this. We don't know what the jury was thinking. That means, hey, the jury acquitted him of trafficking, but they could have still thought that he coerced or forced these women to travel for prostitution. We don't know what they were thinking. But I still have to use my eyes and what I seen in his courtroom and what I heard in his courtroom. Even if the jury acquitted him of certain things, I still heard it so I could use it in my sentencing guidelines and I could consider it when I sentence him. The judge will state that it's overlapping conduct, so the force, coercion, or abuse that Jane Doe and Cassie testified that they received at the hands of Diddy, that could also apply to other charges. Those conduct work their way into other charges. However, the difference between trafficking and transportation for prostitution is literally force and coercion. The minute you start considering force and coercion into that conduct, it becomes trafficking. It's no longer transportation. Transportation means all he did was transport them to do these things. Force and coercion and transporting is trafficking, which is why I don't understand why he would consider this, right? And he will say it only applies or it only impacts the advisory guidelines range. So he officially rules that acquitted conduct, again, acquitted
conduct can be considered. That's crazy. Man, listen. Boy, hey, stay on the porch. See, this is the type of situations you get in when you can't just be content with one person, or you know what I'm saying, you want to live out these crazy fantasies. You put your fate in the hands of people that got power. And the whole thing that say acquitted conduct can be considered is crazy. I mean, why do we even go to court? That man spent tens of millions of dollars on lawyers just so he could beat the case, and they still bamming him for the stuff that he beat.
Conduct can be considered. See U.S. versus Vaughn, Second Circuit, and other cases. Even matters that cannot be considered for the guidelines can be considered under 3553A. This is nasty work. The judge essentially said, man, the jury don't matter. They're dumb. I'm king. If I sat in that courtroom and I heard you were accused of arson, bribery, RICO, trafficking, beating up women, forced coercion, and you was acquitted, the jury don't believe you did those things. If I heard it and I was convinced, well, I can still use that in my sentencing guidelines.
That's crazy as hell. Divine Black Rose, what's up with it? DDP, salute to you. Black Barbie, she said, happy birthday, hitter. Yeah, it's on the way. It's Sunday, man, but I appreciate it. I appreciate you, loved one. J Rail, salute to you, big homie. And Miss Muffin, what it do? Salute to the people coming up in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me on a Friday night. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation with Diddy, though. This is crazy. This is crazy. Even though he beat the charges, they still saying, but yeah, I heard what them women said, and yeah, even though you beat it, yeah, we still considering it as crazy work. DDP said, well, just because he was acquitted doesn't mean it didn't happen. The judge knows Diddy is sick. Well, I mean, now listen, DDP, we just seen a young man beat the charges, and 90% of the people out here believe he was guilty, but they couldn't sentence him based upon that. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is crazy. The probation folks even said there was coercion. Oh well, they recommended up to over 10 years at the high end. Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking today is Saturday going into Sunday. But happy birthday anyway, friend. You know it's always love, Black Barbie. You know what it is. Just turned 50 on Sunday. Yeah, Libra gang. We breaking the scales out, man. You already know what it is, family. Real talk. That's exactly what I thought about immediately. And listen, I know people feel a certain way about Diddy, but imagine you or one of your family members being in the courtroom and having to deal with this, fam. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. I think it was like 11. I can't remember exactly. Nah, it was 11. It was definitely 11. OG Chevy Rider, what it do, home? It's a hit of my guy. Money can't get you out of everything. Did it learn the hard way? Yeah, I feel you. And money can't get you out of everything, but this shit here is crooked. And we're gonna go into it. We're definitely gonna go into it.
Because I thought that you forced and coerced them, and that's overlapping conduct, and that can also overlap into the into the transportation charge, even though you were found not guilty of trafficking.
Let's go.
That's crazy work. And the other thing he said, when he says, even things that you were acquitted of that can't be considered for the guideline, I can still consider it. And here's why that's important. Diddy's sentencing guidelines in court is he had 0 victims because he didn't force or coerce anybody to do anything. He had 0 victims. He had no prior convictions. And it's like a level 12 offense. So the guidelines for that is, well, like probation, 12 to 18 months, like max. But the judge is saying, no. I sat in this courtroom and I heard testimony. Even though he was acquitted, I still believe he had more than 0 victims. I think he had 10 victims. The reason why how many victims the judge think Diddy had is important is because there's enhancements. So if the sentencing guideline is, hey, it's an offense level 12 and is guideline 1 because he has no prior criminal history, 12 to 18 months, the judge can say, no, I think he has 10 victims and enhancements applied. So Section 3's enhancement is for defendants aggravating role, vulnerable victims, and obstruction of justice that applies. So if the judge believes Diddy has 10 victims, well, that increased the offense level. Now those enhancements can take this to an offense level 27, which it did. Diddy argued, hey, judge, I have no victims. And if you're wondering, bruh, like he got convicted of transporting Cassie and Jane Doe for rendezvous. What you mean he has no victims? Flacco, how's that possible? That's possible because, again, the precedent for the Mann Act is these were consensual adults. Everything was consensual. They was down for it, and all he did was use his money to transport them. He didn't force them to do so. And that's why you're about to see why the setup is crazy and why Diddy got done wrong. The judge ruled, no, Diddy, you actually have 10 victims. Cassie, Jane Doe, and 8 men that were hired as prostitutes. Now, this is crazy. This is insane. That's insane. That's crazy. Those 8 men were never listed as victims during the trial. So why are you now saying they were victims? Diddy was never convicted of trafficking or transporting those 10 men or those 8 men.
From what I'm hearing, y'all, man, there is a person that's controlling the puppet strings on this judge, something subterranean. Yeah, there's somebody that's controlling the puppet strings on this dude. Another judge that actually created the Safe Victims Act. Yeah. Yeah. So either way it went, it was going to be 5 years. That was the most that they could get without even, just going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into it. J. Rell say he's still gonna be out by 2027. Yeah, late 2027, early 2020. Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be.
Diddy was convicted of transporting Jane Doe and Cassie. The charge literally said Jane Doe and Cassie next to it, not those 8 other men. They were never listed as victims. But the judge is saying, whatever I hear in this courtroom, they are victims. If I think they're victims, if they came and testify and they had nothing to do with this case, but I think he victimized them, well, I can use that in my sentencing guideline. And that's what the judge did. He went straight radical on Diddy. Diddy obviously objected to Cassie, Jane Doe, and the 8 men being considered victims. So the judge writes, Mr. Combs objects to categorizing Ms. Ventura and Jane as victims. That is overruled. He overruled that. Mr. Combs objects to the escorts being characterized as victims. That is also overruled. They were transported for the purpose of engaging in commercial. Again, not Jane Doe and Cassie. Jane Doe and Cassie was not transported to engage in commercial sex. The escorts were. The 8. Those 8 were not listed as victims during the trial. Diddy was not convicted of transporting those escorts at all. But the judge is still saying, because I heard it in court, I can still consider that in my sentencing guideline. Now, for Jane Doe and Cassie, because they weren't transported for commercial sex, the judge will say that based on the testimony, he believes that Diddy coerced and forced them to do it, hence they are victim. As to coercion, when something is voluntarily, it is uncompelled. That is from Black Law's dictionary. It's a broad concept. The threats to release videos into Jane's home, that's coercion. But he was found not guilty of doing that. He was found not guilty of coercion either of these people. So even if you want to consider Cassie a victim, all right, cool, bro. Like, you send a video, you can't get out your head, cool. But Jane's a victim? Even the most radical people who've been covering this case, who's anti-Diddy, don't consider Jane a victim. But the judge is saying that because Diddy told Jane he's not going to pay her rent anymore because she ain't on no freak stuff no more, that's coercion. Diddy and Jane was in like a relationship or a situationship. She thought Diddy was her boyfriend. Diddy was paying her rent because she was being overly freaked out for him. And she was being what he would consider a good girl. The minute she stopped trying to be overly freaked out and start causing issues, he said, bro, I'm not going to pay her. Bro, it's $10K a month. Like, Why am I give you 10K a month when you giving me headaches and issues now? Feel me? And you're not trying to be on time no more. That's coercion, bro. That's a legal precedent that F's over all men. All men get effed over by that, bro. Because imagine this, okay? You with your girl, okay?
How y'all feel about this? I tend to agree, fam. What's up with it, Steve?
Man, what's up? I'm just gonna listen. I'll give my 2 cents in a minute.
For sure.
Like, your love language is physical touch, okay? The cooking and cleaning is cool, but your love language is physical touch. You paying your girl's rent because but like you a player. You don't even live there. You just paying it because you over there sometimes. She stops having sex with you for a year. You then said, huh? What? Man, listen, bruh. If you gonna neglect me like that, bruh, I'm done with this situation, bruh. And I'm not gonna pay like your rent and bills no more, bruh. If you're not gonna do your girlfriend duties, I'm done with this. She can now take you to court and get you charged with coercion, with sexual abuse through coercion, because she has sex with you because you told her if she don't have sex with you and she keeps neglecting you, you're gonna stop paying her bills and move on to another girl. This is crazy. And that sketchy logic is what he used to raise the offense level to 27 to ensure that Diddy spends the next 4 years in prison. Now, the guidelines for level 27 is apparently 70 to 87 months. But I guess he had mercy on Diddy and gave him 50 instead. While giving Diddy the 50 months, the judge even says he's only giving Diddy the 50 months to deter other people from doing this. Is that common practice? Maybe it is. I've never been sentenced, so I don't know. I've never served a day in prison. I wouldn't know. I just think it's wrong. Now, people are reacting to Diddy being sentenced, so let's just take a look at what some people have to say about this, man. So Tariq Nasheed wrote, there are technically no victims in this Diddy case. Cassie is not the victim here because there was no domestic violence charges in this conviction. White supremacy is in desperate need for a win, so they have to go all out with the systematic non-justice with this case. Tariq Nasheed would also blame the immigrants on top of white supremacy, claiming the judge was, I'm not sure if this word here is allowed on.
Yeah, man. Tariq Nasheed trying to hijack this is crazy, but I can't stand cats like this that always, use situations that's not even related to what he talking about to paint a narrative. But shout out to Tariq Nasheed though.
YouTube, but yeah, that means immigrant. So David Turner says, why did this YouTuber reporting on Diddy case refer to his supporters as the Diddyots? She said the courthouse got shut down because the Diddyots were outside acting up again. Apparently not everybody thinks Diddy is innocent or got off light. One person says, wow, how the justice system works. People get 5+ years for the smallest charges, but Diddy gets 4 after everything he did. Make it make sense. I do think some believe that Diddy got convicted of everything, but no. Diddy got convicted of the Mann Act, transportation. So, like, imagine talking to a girl. She says, hey, I want this much to come over. You said, okay, cool. And then you buy her an Uber to come over. Well, you transport it. That's the Mann Act. Do you believe you should get 4 years for that? Probably not, right? Somebody says, Diddy, well, hey, a lot of people think that Diddy should have gotten more. Somebody says, Diddy only gets 50 months in prison? What a joke. Somebody said, well, damn. Well, let's, Kyra says,
So DDP, check this out. According to their rules and their regulations and their laws, he wasn't supposed to get no more than 18 months. That's the problem here. Diddy wasn't supposed to get no more than 18 months based on the conviction. He beat the other charges. The ones that was supposed to give him like life and all these lengthy prison terms, he beat those. That's why we here now, because it's like, damn, they actually use a chart to judge these folks, but he didn't trump up some charges and actually put fake enhancements on these charges and gave the man 50 months, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Do you sit down and watch this video and only give Diddy 4 years? Diddy was not convicted of this. That's like domestic violence. Again, I'm not excusing that. I think that's wrong. I condemn and disavow any man who put his hands on any woman, right? Diddy is not a good person. He's not a good person at all. He's a pretty terrible human being. But the rights of terrible human beings matters too. And if we're looking at just what he was convicted of, this is a gross injustice. Somebody says this type of performance, Diddy lawyer, had to put in. Somebody says Diddy only locked up for 4 years when he has terrorized women for literal centuries as an abuser and a rapist. He was not convicted of raping. Man, listen, man, people, apparently I stand alone. Nobody seems to believe or go with what I'm saying, okay? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys believe, man? Do y'all think 4 years is enough for Diddy? Do y'all think 4 years is too much? Let me know in the comments.
So what do y'all think? Y'all think 4 years is enough? Y'all think that's too much? Or do you think it was extremely lenient? I'm waiting on y'all. Y'all let me know something. But I feel like they honestly railroaded old boy based on his conviction. Misdemeanors and felonies count towards your points. Diddy had 27 points. So as we go back here, let's go back here. So, hold on. This is the point chart. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Michelle? I mean, what's up, Carrie? How you doing? Salute to you. Let's go back to it. So, the Zone B, no criminal history, 4 to 10 months, at the very most 8 to 14 months. I know, man. This they chart. This the rules that they play by. That's what's so crazy about it. That's what's so crazy about it. Oh, let me bring this chart back. Hold on. Yeah. So, Zone B. This is what Diddy playing at. At the base level, you're getting 4 to 10 months. At the maximum, you're getting 8 to 14 months. Somehow, they put bro in this area. They put bro in this area. He ended up with 50 months, man. That's crazy. He got more time than I thought he was gonna get. I thought he was gonna get 3 years. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be somewhere in between 2.5 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, care. OG Snake Spotter, what's good with it? What's going on with you? So, Steven, what's happening, man? Holla at me. What you think about this?
All right. So I hear what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I agree that based on the chart and based on the laws he was found guilty, or the crimes he was found guilty of, the mandatory minimum was that, not the maximum, because the judge, like, this is a bit of basically a federal trial. Where Diddy lost me and where he got the extra time was, if you look at people who've been convicted of the Mann Act, a lot of them didn't get a lot of time, but the violence part, That's what burned Diddy. Diddy's own lawyer, unprovoked, said he was prone to violence. His own lawyer. That got him another 2 years right there. If his lawyer wouldn't have said that, he probably would have got 20 months, time served for 13, come home in 7 months. But none of those other people who got convicted had violence attached to it. So he got what he deserved. Really, he should have gotten, in my eyes, he should have got another 4 or 5 years. He got off light. Yeah, because this is what I think. The Little Rod trial starts in 2 weeks. That's Sean Combs versus Little Rod. Little Rod got more damaging information on Diddy. So if I'm reading the tea leaves correctly, because I'm researching this too, Diddy's probably never getting out. Here's why I say that. The Lil Rod got all kind of stuff on file. Like he has a digital paper trail, text messages, videos, all kinds of stuff. He's going to bring that out because the feds have cut a deal with him. He's going to tell everything. Judge Submarinian gave him just enough time to where they really can't ask for an appeal because he didn't overdo it. And there's still some gun and drug charges that they have on Diddy that they didn't bring this time. So when it's close to him getting out, or maybe next year, they're going to hit him with another indictment, a superseding indictment, and he's going to go to trial again. The feds got him. He's never getting out. Never.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. And I don't believe Lil Rod. I've seen interviews with Lil Rod. Lil Rod ain't as convincing as I thought he was. We're gonna see. But this is my whole thing, fam. This is they chart. This is they rules. This is they game.
Yeah.
And the fact that you say, well, you weren't convicted of this, but that don't mean nothing because I heard the testimony. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. What up with it, Antico? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know about that. He's never coming home. We got to see what Lil Rod. That Lil Rod case is shaky to me, but I mean, Diddy is a villain. Yeah, I seen an interview where Lil Rod did, and I can't even explain it, but I just don't believe Lil Rod. That's just me. I don't believe Lil Rod, bro. Now these people, yeah, they had good they brought facts to the case that they had, but at the same time they were willing participants. They were all willing participants.
Yeah.
You know, and when folks got jilted or this man decided to move on from one person to the next, that's when they got butt hurt. No. I just don't feel like none of it was genuine. They took him down. Salute to them. And like I said, I'm not a Diddy fan, but I would hate to see anybody get railroaded. I heard on the news that Diddy had more charges, but the feds have to wait till he is in prison. I agree with Steve. Don't know about Lil Rod. News said assault on boys. What news was that, Mystery? So we can pull it up. I'll pull it up and show it. But yeah. I mean, if they got something that's gonna jam him up, then fine. I'm cool with that. But saying that you can sentence me on stuff that I've been acquitted of is crazy. That's crazy to me, Steve.
Right, but see here, you're missing the thing. It's like I hear what you're saying. The violence part of that. Just because you acquitted, don't mean you're not guilty. See, the judge saw all the evidence. He saw a lot of witnesses who didn't even want to testify. The government had a lot more they didn't present. He got all this, and so yes, you are. I'm not saying you're not correct. You have to go by what you were guilty of, but the violence part, that, like, I think people are forgetting. Diddy's own lawyer said that. The judge didn't ask him. He said out his mouth, "My client is prone to violence." He shouldn't have ever said that. So Mark Agnifilo got him the extra 2 years. That ain't Judge Submarinian. Judge Submarinian said your own lawyer said this. Nobody made him say it. That's his fault.
Right. That judge, like I said before, that judge was put in place by a person that created the Mann Act. And when they put him in place, the dominoes fell for them to go get Diddy. And it's crazy how he was in charge of this case after only sitting on the bench for 2 years. That's a crazy set of circumstances too. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out. But I don't know, man. It just, for some reason, it leave a sour taste in my mouth. And people done got compensated, and they know this man not coming after them. Cassie know this man not coming after her. You know what I'm saying? And the other woman, Jane Doe, I guess we'll just keep calling her that. She know it as well. But yeah, it is what it is, man. He got it, and it is what it is. I wanted to go over Law and Crime, but they shit like 40 minutes long. I ain't trying to go over Diddy for 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see here. See if I can find somebody else reputable to talk about this. Althea, what's going on with you? Salute to you. Let's see here. Boy, and that would make this. Yeah. Let's see what they're talking about on here. Man, they had some courtroom sketches that look crazy. Diddy all on the floor, bent over a chair crying. That's crazy.
Defense table. Oh, okay. One of the hardest things I've had to handle has been having to be quiet and not express how sorry I am for my actions. So this is him speaking. I don't take that lightly. I would like to apologize to Cassie Ventura and her family. Joe, that's the first statement we've heard from Sean Combs in open court today. Oh, at least regarding an apology.
Yeah, and he's, it's kind of like I'm standing here going, okay, keep coming, what else, right? He's saying, frankly, what's going to be expected to be said. And it's interesting, to your point, he's kind of seems to be apologizing, like in writing and sometimes, towards the things that he didn't get convicted for. But we're having this whole discussion about making sure that acquitted conduct is not included. So once again, you've got these different dynamics playing out, and it's going to be interesting to see where it goes and how believable he comes out, and can he come off like it's not about him? Can he come off like it's not him being narcissistic? And can he come off understanding in the eyes of the judge, in the eyes of the public, why maybe he ought to get more time? And despite that, I'm asking you, Your Honor, to give me less time, and here's why. Is there an acknowledgement that you're not unreasonable for doing any of this? He's not going to give up the ghost on all that because they want to keep all their appealable issues. But how's he going to come off the way that he needs to come off to maximize his opportunity here?
Well, this is the next thing you just said. I apologize to Jane for bringing you into my mess. I would like to apologize to all the victims of domestic violence. Remember, he hasn't been charged with domestic violence. He wasn't convicted of domestic violence. I know that the disgusting video triggered people, meaning the video of him beating Cassie Ventura. I was sick from the drugs. I needed help, but I didn't get the help. Okay, so let me break this down in real time. Serena, so now he's apologized both to Cassie and Jane. Again, not for transporting them for sex work, but for hurting them for domestic violence. He goes, I knew better. My faith taught me better. I'm not this larger than life person. I'm just a human being. I'm trying my best. I lost my freedom and the opportunity to raise my children and be there for my mother. I lost all my businesses. Now, again, your thoughts on this, because this really is the first time he's had an opportunity substantively to make a comment about this.
Yeah, and I completely agree with both of you that he's being very specific about what he's apologizing for.
Yeah, he tiptoed into the tulips. He basically apologizing for stuff that, you know, won't get him jammed up or won't get him put in a worse position when Subterranean goes to speak. K Dizzle said he agreed with you, Steven. He said he was looking down a barrel of 70 to 87 months, but the judge cut him slack. Yeah. And Tico said he feel like a Rico come. I mean, he said appeal is coming. Yeah. Ain't no Rico coming. Yeah, he didn't beat the Rico, so.
And Tico, this is where I disagree, because Diddy, and this is where Diddy messed up as well. Two reasons he messed up. One, after the trial, when he was after the original trial, he said, "Judge, you're doing a great job." You can't really appeal that because you said the judge doing a good job. And two, if you, well, Diddy's almost out of money. They bled him dry. He's almost out of money. But how you going to appeal when they could have given you more time? Like, it's a waste of time. They denied the appeal 2 days ago. They just did. What are you going to appeal now? They let you talk. They let you say what you had to say. They let your family talk. He has no money. They bled him dry. He's through. He should have thought about that. So ain't no appeal coming. But if it does come, guess what? It's gonna be denied. Continue.
It's gonna be denied. He going to jail forever.
Shut up, hitter.
Althea said, as a woman who has experienced abuse, rape, and violence, first time I can't agree with you, boo. But you still my boo. So I apologize for you having to go through that. I sympathize with you, Althea. But see, these folk wouldn't leave. They were begged to leave. And I said this all the time. When confronted by her friend on leaving this dude, she said, "Where I'ma go? Jay-Z already taken." That let me know everything I need to know about these people, man. Cause she could have left. She could have let her me know and left. She was sticking to the situation for the atmosphere, the money, and the stature that came with being on the side of this dude, man. That's why I don't have much remorse or feel bad for these chicks, because they know what they're doing. And even after they broke away, the dude that she married to right now, she left this. She ran to this dude and came back and participated in one of these sessions. Then he went and got her clean, and she came back for her bread. You know, I mean, but I do sympathize for what you had to go through, and no woman, you know what I'm saying, should ever have to or deal with that type of abuse. You feel me? Diddy just a part of a bigger picture, whatever that may be. Well, hey man, you know what it is. You know, you move around in these circles with certain people, and you feel like, hell, if they do it, I can do it too. But you ain't like them. Don't let that go over your head.
Flat Out TV, hit the link then, because you said I be making stuff up. I can tell you the date it was denied. Hit the link. Don't stay in the chat. Don't be scared now. Hit the link. Because I'm gonna
come up.
Yeah, I got time to crush somebody else. You gonna be easy work. You easy work. I can tell now.
Oh Lord, Keita, what's up with it? Did the Supreme Court deny the appeal? No, I don't think they ran into the Supreme Court.
No, it was denied on September 30th. Though you can Google that, Antico. The judge denied it. Now the Supreme Court, they're not gonna. I'm not on the Supreme Court. I will bet any amount of money it will be denied though. You want to bet? Flat Out.
If you want a link, let me know. I'll drop you one. I'm finna keep keep on with the content. Y'all hit the like button as we keep on rocking out, y'all.
Has to. It is true. He wants to show that complete remorse without really admitting to certain things. Look, this is the opportunity and the time where a defendant who has been convicted gets on his knees and begs for mercy. Whether a judge is already too jaded to really believe him, which I would not blame him for, is to be seen. Right? It's very easy to be sorry now. It's very easy to say the things that he's saying after he's been convicted. Now, I do want to say that everybody does have the right to a trial. And I don't necessarily think that him taking the case to trial should be held against him and should be deemed as him not being remorseful. But on the other hand, here he is having tried to fight all of the allegations and only now making any sort of admission to any issues. So I don't think a judge is going to be very much swayed by this newest apology, just like any other defendant.
So just let everybody know, my battery's breaking up a little bit. I couldn't hear that last part, Serena. We're going to work on getting this fixed. But I do want to give everybody an update. So Sean Combs says, I hate myself right now. I have been stripped down to nothing. I want to apologize to my 7 children. I'm so sorry. You deserve better. To my mother, I feel you taught me better. Sierra, I go to you. As somebody who's been following this case from the beginning, what are you taking away from what he's saying?
I mean, this is a day of reckoning for Sean P. Diddy Combs, and something that we were hypothesizing before we finally were hearing the words that he was saying was that he may, in fact, point out the victims in this case and apologize. I mean, I believe we talked about that just minutes ago, and here he is doing just that. My question in all of this, I will be very interested to see what Elizabeth Milner says when she comes out, because right now she is in the courthouse, so she is there watching P. Diddy as he's saying these immortal words. I want to know his emotion in all of it. I mean, we can read the words. He's saying, I'm sorry to Cassie. I'm sorry to Jane. I'm sorry to my children and my mother. You taught me better. I threw everything away. I ruined everything. But what is the emotion there? Is it just words? Is he completely stone cold face? Or is he crying? Is he upset? And I think all of these things are something that Judge Arun Submaranian will be clocking, because I mean, that's really what it is. Is he truly sorry? Is he truly remorseful for everything that he's done? I mean, he's now been convicted of a crime here, the transportation to engage in prostitution, which, to your point, Jesse, we haven't heard an apology for all of that. We've heard an apology for the domestic violence side of things. And I mean, I will just guess that Diddy might go on for a bit longer, as it is his first time really to address all of these accounts. But I want to know the emotion behind all of it.
It's a great point, and that's obviously something that Elizabeth Milner would know, because she's inside there. She can hear it for herself. But if we're clocking this, if we're clocking that he's not directly addressing the federal crimes that he was convicted of, you know Judge Subramanian's going to say it too. He says, I let down my community. I wanted to show we could take care of our own problems. I got lost. I'm not this bad person. I'm sorry to my community. I let you all down. People can change. I know I've changed. There is a part about this, Joe, and he goes, sometimes you have to go through life experiences. These are not excuses. I can't change the past, but I can change the future. I beg your honor for mercy to be a father again, to be a son again, a leader in my community again, to get the help I need. Now, Joe, look, we're criticizing parts of this from a legal point of view, from a human point of view. Could the judge be persuaded that this is a guy who's really learned his lesson, that could be a force of good, that he wasn't convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking, that while transportation to engage in prostitution is a serious crime, and there were elements of violence and drugs that were a part of it, and this happened many times, that perhaps he should not have to spend a significant portion of his life now in prison?
Here's what I say, at the risk of coming off like I'm banging on Diddy, and this is not a banging.
What do you think about the comments that he made, the statement that he made, Stephen? Because I feel like it was a decent comment, but the thing about it is the work that he put in over the last, I want to say, man, at least 13 years is sheesh. K-Dog said BS. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, you couldn't really come back from all of this. You know, a year and a half in the clink wasn't gonna be enough. Banging on Diddy. Yeah, man.
Well, here's the thing. Diddy, I agree with them. Like, I don't think he's remorseful. Well, let me not say that. I'm not God. I can't read his mind. It comes off as, the only reason I say that is because the day he got jammed up, the day he got arrested, he was about to have another freak off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dude, he ain't learned nothing. Like, he's sorry he got caught. He ain't sorry. He had decades to stop doing. Bro, all the stuff he's trying to do now, you could have done it as a civilian. You want to start these programs and teach people business. Why didn't you do that when you were out?
Right.
Like, why? So I call BS on that, man.
Hey, man, I kind of agree with you with that.
Diddy Day kind of thing for me. But if he's learned his lesson in 14 months, he'll learn it better in 2 or 3 years. And so what that means is there's got to be another reason over and above him learning his lesson. That's part of it. But over and above him learning his lesson, for him to be released more sooner than later. And that could be the force of good that he could be. I don't want to minimize that. I don't want to minimize the fact that he's, he's got ingenuity. He's creative. He has a huge platform. Everybody's going to be watching the things that he does next. And so that would have to be more of the reason to let him get out earlier, because again, he knows how to succeed. And in all of these areas where he says, because of, he lost his father and it made him more likely to be a domestic abuser or whatever that was, he overcame the odds in so many other ways. So that doesn't fly either. So it's really gotta be his ability to do something maybe that almost nobody else could do coming from this situation. So I'm not gonna minimize the power of that and how the judge may evaluate that, but it's gonna have to be that even more than just learning the lesson.
He just said, I don't want to let God down. I have no one to blame but myself. I know I will never put my hands on another person again. I'm willing to comply with any conditions. Me sharing my story is not a scheme to get less time. This story is tragic. If Your Honor gives me a chance to share my story, this has a positive impact. Thank you to the jury. Your Honor gave me the confidence in the jury to believe that I did not have to testify. They sacrificed 8 weeks. I thank them. I thank them for not guilty. Serena, back to you. Your thoughts on this?
Well, here's the thing. Sean Diddy Combs always had a platform to tell his story.
Very well spoken. But hey, what do you expect coming from Diddy? Diddy gonna put it out there, and he ain't never been accused of not being charismatic. So you have to weed through all of that. K Dizzle say he had a chance to come down off these drugs allegedly. So hey, he may be thinking more rationally. I think he is, but at the same time, the person that he is deep down on the inside is still there. I would have loved to see what would have happened if he had came home today. Just honestly speaking. Yeah, I know that would have been crazy, but let's see what she talking about.
Story. He didn't need to be convicted of heinous crimes to be able to inspire people and use his power for good. I feel it's such a shame that somebody who did come from such a difficult and broken background and was able to pursue his dreams and get there, then turned around and used it to manipulate people, to harm people who are very vulnerable to him. And he used his power for bad. Maybe he did some good things. Maybe his children love him. That's true. But there are many, many convicted felons with children who were innocent and are always going to be innocent, waiting for their fathers or mothers to come home. He's not unique in that situation. What made Sean Combs unique is that he grew out of a terrible situation, and instead of using that to better his community and better the people around him, he used them and ended up doing these heinous crimes towards the women in his life. So I don't know that it rings so favorably to a judge that he's now telling his story in this way.
Well, he might have been listening to us because, Sierra, you know what he just said? I take full responsibility for my Mann Act convictions. They want you to make an example of me. I want you to think about making an example of what a person can do if they get another chance. Consider the beautiful children who spoke for me. Again, I've heard, sometimes we have both heard statements from defendants when they're sentenced. Sometimes it really have no impact. Sometimes they're saying the jury got it wrong, I'm innocent. Sometimes their words kind of are hollow. By the way, Sean Combs just rapped. He says, no matter what anyone says, I am truly sorry. Thank you, Your Honor. I'm curious from your perspective, does this one stand out to you, Sierra? Is it different?
I think this does stand out. I mean, just minutes ago, we were saying, okay, we haven't heard about the Mann Act. We haven't heard about the transportation to engage in prostitution. And we said Judge Arun Subramanian would be clocking this. So it seems as though this may be a strategic move on the path of P. Diddy to mention this and to say right out of the gate, hey, I'm sorry to Cassie, Jane, etc., all the people that he hurt and how. Then he talked about his family. And then now he's talking about his conviction here. And I do have to wonder if perhaps he went through and, talked it through with his defense attorneys. Hey, here's what I'm thinking of saying. What do you think I should include? What do you think I should, exclude? All of those sort of things. I think it's interesting that he says, this isn't any sort of scheme here in order for me to get less time. Make an example out of me in the way that I can go on and share my story. And this kind of goes to what Serena was saying. P. Diddy was...
Man, they got some crazy looking pictures of Diddy, man. I don't know, they did this on purpose or did they just capture the true essence of what was going on in the courtroom? But if so, that's a crazy picture right there.
On and share my story. And this kind of goes to what Serena was saying. P. Diddy was already a public figure. He didn't have to be convicted of a crime like this in order to share his story. I mean, we've seen a lot of other celebrities who have gone through addiction or things like that who haven't been convicted and then show us a positive change as a role model. So I think it's interesting, but I do think it's strategic. He brought up the Mann Act.
Okay, Serena, what did you say to me before? You go, if he might change his opinion, he might take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Judge says, let's take 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. What does that mean? What does that mean?
How much case law can...
Is he changing his sentence?
Oh, man, 5 minutes is that perfect amount of time to show that you're taking it seriously, but not yet quite enough time to really change the words that you were planning on saying. I don't think that he's...
And they had just took 5 minutes before Diddy went up there. So they just playing with this dude, letting the anticipation build. But yeah. So they took 5 more minutes and then they came back and laid the hammer down on bruh. And the way he did it was so crazy because he was talking in a way he knew exactly what the hell he was doing. He came and he alluded to the fact that he was a good father, but we'll let it play.
Going to change what he intended to say when he first started today's session. I think he obviously wants to give everybody a break. He wants the optics of showing that he is taking everything in that came out today. But it doesn't feel to me like 5 minutes is enough to really change what he was planning on saying, in my opinion.
Is that because, and if you agree, Joe, is that because what Sean Combs said was very similar to what he wrote in the letter? It doesn't change the narrative in any way. It may be different to hear it directly from Sean Combs himself. There were potential variations, taking full responsibility for the Mann Act convictions. But if you agree with Serena, is that because it's really not substantively on a whole different from what the judge already read in that letter?
Yeah, and that I think he's going to be more inclined to be moved by the letters of others and the sentencing guidelines and the things that are already in place. Anyway, the question is how much he moves off the dime from that. Again, he should consider what was said today. I think I said that earlier, but he probably had an idea what he was going to do. And P. Diddy, he himself, maybe he was tipping toward the judge was tipping toward doing whatever he was going to do. And there's a question as to whether he could move it a tick one way or the other by saying what he would say. But I think he had a good idea where he was going to be. And I think that considering what other folks would have to say would probably be equally important, and maybe even more so.
I believe it's fine, just said. The judge will ask you what you think, Jesse Weber. I don't think so. I don't think the judge is interested in what I have to say. What are we predicting in terms of a sentence here now that we are only potentially a few minutes away? We've been covering it all day. Sierra, we've been covering it for months now. I'll start with you. What are you anticipating for a sentence for Sean Diddy Combs after he was convicted of these 2-Man Act violations?
I think that, per what Serena says, Judge Arun Samaranian came into this with a thought in his mind of what he wanted the sentence to be. He's going to consider it for his next 5 minutes. But if you're asking me, my prediction is still that 5 to 7 year range. I don't think that he's going to go on the lower end, what the defense wants, that 14-month sentence. I don't think it's going to be quite as long as what the prosecution is hoping for with the 11 years, which is a significant amount of time. But
the prosecution wanted 135 months. What you think about the 135 months, Stephen? You think that's you think that was fair?
So Diddy, the freak off started in what, 2004, 2003? And they stopped.
I want to say 2008, 2009.
Okay. So 2008, 2009, they lasted up to 2023, 2024, 23.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, 15, 16 years? I mean, 11 years sounds fair to me.
So you don't think that these people was complicit? You don't think they were complicit at all?
Yes, yes, that's a great question. They were complicit, but if somebody says yes 1,000 times and they say no one time, that's 1,001 no's in my eyes.
I get that.
So yeah, I think they were complicit.
Nobody ever charged him of grape.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, I don't know, man. It's a crazy situation. Buddy Karma spent the block on him. Long story short, and he gotta do these days. And according to you, he may have more coming down the pipe that he need to do. But it's crazy, man.
they gonna get it with trafficking too. They could, bro. It's a lot of stuff they could have hit Diddy with. The art. They didn't get him with the art. They got drug trafficking, kidnapping, the coercion. They got that in there, but it's a lot of stuff they didn't get. I'm telling you, it's coming, bro. When they get him in prison, he is at their mercy.
I can believe that. We're gonna see. We're gonna definitely see, and we're gonna see. We're gonna check on that Lil Rod thing too as it come down the pipe. I just, man, something shaky about Lil Rod to me, man. I don't know. Just like these other people, everybody got a bone to pick with Diddy, and they may be well within their rights to. So they filed down serial numbers of 5-piece. There it is. Yeah, they ain't even talk about that. They ain't even talking about the file down serial numbers on the weapons. So yeah, it could be a lot more coming down the pipe. And damn, Diddy screwed the pooch, man. I'm telling you, that's wild. So salute to him. Free him one of these days.
See, man.
Yeah. Hey, man.
No, bro. I'm sorry.
As we go to switch topics, we going to Memphis. Yeah, we definitely going to Memphis because these federal officials in Memphis, they going crazy, man. Did you see this dude Stephen Miller and what he was saying on the podium in Memphis?
No, I know who Stephen Miller is, but I don't know what he said.
Man, well, I tell you what, let's just get into it, man. This dude, he talking like He want to hop in them cars and go ride on the smackers in the city, man. This nigga here is out of control. Yeah, man. All right, so let's go to Memphis, man. Salute to all the Memphians in the chat, man.
The gangbangers that you deal with, they think that they're ruthless. They have no idea how ruthless we are. They think they're tough. They have no idea how tough we are.
White House leaders headed back to Washington after touching down here in Memphis to shake hands with Governor Bill Lee and address the 13 agencies tasked with cleaning up crime in Memphis.
Damn, they shake hands with Bill Lee. What about Paul Young? Ain't nobody shaking Paul Young hand?
Absolutely. I was just about to say that. They don't care nothing about that dude.
Man, they didn't just sidestep Paul Young like this our city. That's crazy. Let's go.
Good evening to you. Thanks for joining me for Action News 5 at 6. White House officials landed in Memphis just after 3 p.m. today. We're showing you a live look now at Wilson Air as those officials get ready to head back to the nation's capital. Now, today, the U.S. Attorney General and Secretary of War spoke to the federal agencies and toured the Memphis Task Force warehouse stationed out at Shelby Farms. Tonight, we have live team coverage, beginning with Action News 5's Michaela Redmond, who watched those White House officials arrive and to leave the Bluff City. Michaela.
Joy, good evening. We know they spoke twice here at the command center, once just down the street from me, the other behind me here at one of these buildings. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see some of the action going on here on Haley Road, which has really died down within the past hour. Bondi, Hegseth, and Miller all spoke alongside Governor Lee. Some of those points included how grateful they are for President Trump and his decision to make Memphis safe again. Bondi stated that they want cops to be cops again, and they are going to do everything they can to protect law enforcement so officers can protect the city. Miller additionally also said this effort is sending the message that the city belongs to those who follow the law. Let's take a listen.
We will see this great American city free of its crime. We will see Memphians once again be able to raise their family and live and work and worship and enjoy this great city like they should.
Memphis is an iconic city, and we are going to make Memphis safe again. That's why we're here.
We're not here to second guess you. We're here to have your back, to unleash you, to do your job so you come home safely. Our department is here to enable you, law enforcement, to do your job, to help protect your facilities, help protect your people so that your hands can be untied to secure your city. The idea that there is a square inch of block in this city where a citizen doesn't feel safe is unacceptable. This is Memphis. This is the United States of America.
We were hoping to get the chance to ask questions to officials before they headed out, but unfortunately that did not happen. We'll keep you updated with any new information. For now, reporting live from the command center, Michaela Redmond, Action News 5.
We're learning more about the number of people arrested since federal resources started pouring into Memphis this week. Our team coverage continues tonight with Amani Williams. And Amani, the Attorney General actually gave you new numbers today. Can you break those down for us?
Joy, so 48 hours into the Memphis Safe Task Force, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says 53 arrests were made and 20 guns were taken off the streets here in Memphis. Now, that is a big jump from the 9 arrests and 2 guns taken off the streets of Memphis that she talked about on Monday. So from Monday to Tuesday, a big jump to 53 arrests. Now, we don't know the who, the what, the when, and the where of these arrests. They have been very quiet on who was arrested, what they were arrested for, and when and where these arrests happened. But we do know that looking through SCSO data that we have seen some arrests from Tennessee Highway Patrol, THP. We know that we've all seen those 300 troopers all up and down the interstates and the highways here in Memphis and Shelby County. They have had dozens of arrests since the start of this Memphis Safe Task Force. I'm going to have you look right behind me at, what is going on here. what is going on here right near the command center where we saw Michaela at earlier. Now, like I said, some of those arrests from THP were drugs, reckless driving, but we don't know if that is accounted for in Bondi's numbers that she did give us earlier today. We'll continue to follow this story and make sure to give you the latest updates. But for now, live in East Memphis, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
Cypress, what's up, bro? Hey, man, I'm going to drop this link if you want it. Let me know if you want the link. I want to hear your thoughts on this. I want to hear your thoughts on Diddy too, man. So, yeah, man. Just let me know.
All right, so with that new data that Imani just shared with us coming from AG Bondi about all these increased arrests, it raises the question, where will these arrestees be held? Today, the Shelby County Sheriff's Office confirmed to Action News 5 the jail at 201 Poplar has a capacity of, well, it has a number of inmates, 2,737 inmates as of this morning. That is just shy of 63 spaces of capacity. Jail East has 323 inmates. That's just shy of 459 capacity. Last week, Governor Lee said there will be hundreds of arrests, and they've been working to create availability among federal prisons, state facilities, and county jails in the region. Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris is raising concerns about the National Guard deployment and its impact on businesses. Here's a Facebook post where it's similar to the county's recent post about traffic stops. The mayor is asking how deployment affected DC businesses. He cited data from Open Table, the restaurant reservation app, as well as local news stations in DC, which said reservations at DC restaurants dropped 20% or more the week the Guard was activated there. He also cited an NBC report about how the fear of being stopped or detained has disrupted dining and delivery services. So Action News 5, of course, will continue to.
Damn, even the Uber people is standing down. They're like, nah, we ain't delivering. We ain't delivering your piece of the night. That's crazy. So even the Uber people dirty. Shout out to the Uber people, the DoorDash folk, man.
Push leaders for information about the Memphis Safe Task Force, including who's been arrested, where will the individuals be held. To see all of our previous coverage, you can head to our website, actionnews5.com.
Yeah, man. So that's Stephen Miller cat. He's standing on business. I had never heard of him for real, but he was talking hella tough. Oh man. Hold on. He said, Joy, that skirt not doing Joy Redmond any justice. She had on stretch pants tonight and hips and thighs. Gee. Hey, Sight, what up with it, man?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Yeah,
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, man.
Yeah, what's going on with y'all tonight, man?
Not much, man. Going over the whole situation in Memphis and the whole situation with Diddy, man, so far. How you been?
I've been all right, man. Can't complain.
That's what's up, man. Let's. I want to hear more of this dude talk his talk, man. It's Stephen Miller cat.
This is a all of government unlimited support operation. ATF, DEA, FBI, ICE, Department of War, every resource we have. And they're not going to be sitting behind a desk at a keyboard. We are sending in real cops with guns and badges to go out with you on the street every single night making arrests. These are people who have taken down drug cartels, kingpins, the worst criminal offenders in the United States, standing with you shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. All we ask from you is to show up at roll call every single night with your brothers and sisters in the federal government and to go out and get the criminals off the street. And if you do that, I pledge to you, we will liberate this city from the criminal element that has plagued it for generations. This is not just a strategy shift. This is an attitude shift. We are not going to live in an environment anywhere where there is a city that belongs to a criminal, where there is a neighborhood that belongs to a gang, where there is any physical space anywhere that belongs to anyone other than the law-abiding citizens and families of Memphis. The idea that there is a square inch of block in this city where a citizen doesn't feel safe is unacceptable. This is Memphis. This is the United States of America, and all that bullshit is done. It's over. It's finished.
The Memphis branch of the NAACP.
This is a
Bro was talking crazy, man. Hey, y'all, hold on a second, man. Hold on 1 second. Hey, what's going on with your family?
What's cracking with you, bro?
Ain't nothing, bro.
Yeah, I'm just coming up, man, and I see what's going on with Memphis, man. It's similar to the program that I was thinking about, because we have a big problem. You know, I had moved to Kentucky, right?
Right.
And we've had so many murders of females, bro. I mean, like 9 in one day, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I was like, look, the police ain't doing nothing. We can't really, they're investigating, they're doing their investigations. Nothing comes out of it. And whoever doing, whatever clique is doing the murders, they keep doing the murders, right?
Right.
So I said, hey, I went and had a large meeting with the West End of Louisville. And I didn't want to deal with nothing but nephews, daddies, and brothers, right? I'm like, y'all all show up. I had over damn near close to 900, right?
Right.
So I get a chance to speak to them. I said, look, man, the police can't take this back from our communities. Back in the 70s, they had an organization called the Black Hand Society. And there was some brothers that rode around in white vans and black vans in the middle of the night, and they used to swoop the neighborhood, and they used to get these people together and pretty much do some things to them. You never see them again, right?
Right.
So what, like I said, is I got that out there, man, and now we got a little movement here, and it's really kind of like pushing my brothers that I know that they need to hustle, but I think our communities, man, have had enough of the drugs, man. And I think some of the babies that have been born under the drugs, it's time for it to stop. And it's slowing down here in Louisville because now we have a Black Hand Society, bro.
Right. Yeah, man. It's
and that's all that dude is trying to do.
Right.
I mean, he's trying to do the same thing, but he's asking the families to come on out and sweep. But no, we don't need the women. We don't need the small children. We need the men, the warriors.
Right.
Put on all black. Go on, get your things. And we're gonna walk the neighborhood. We're gonna walk the neighborhood 5 days out of a week. And we're gonna make sure this doesn't happen. And if we see it, bro, I'm telling you, it's either get down or you're gonna lay down. Because you're killing my people. You're killing your own people, bro. So if you got 5 bodies on you, believe me, you ain't living no more. You're not coming back.
Right.
You're not coming back, bro. You're not coming back. They'll find you in the river, bro. I'm telling you, that's what's happening here, bro. So you had to put this. It ain't no scare tactics. This is real talk. It would happen in any other village.
Right.
So let's make this happen. I mean, worldwide, man. Brothers need to come together and grab back their communities, bro. What's wrong with that?
Nah,
ain't nothing wrong with it. And ain't nothing wrong with us to be men and stop all this murder and all this shit. I mean, we all been part of it.
Mm-hmm.
We all been part of it when we was immature and some knuckleheads.
Right.
But this shit don't got out of control, bro.
Absolutely.
Super out of control. So
hey,
daddies, let's go ahead and put some of these I call them retarded Negroes, and let's put them to sleep. Retarded Negroes. These are retarded Negroes. You can't tell them nothing.
Right.
You can't tell them nothing, dog, man. Come on, man. Go on, put that thing down, man. Don't pull that thing out like that, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. The daddies that can step into their sons' lives and check them like that.
Yeah.
They probably don't even need to check them because they always been there.
Yeah.
If you got a son that you trying to check like that, and you ain't been a substantial part of their life, they not trying to hear nothing. They
That's what I'm
might
talking
put,
about.
they might put that switch on you.
They put that thing on you. You become
Right.
the enemy. You become you're the knock. Come on,
Yeah.
dog. Come on with that bullshit, nigga. That's your father. You know, like as though you don't even know about you having a heavenly father. You don't even know the creator that created your daddy and you, nigga. The fuck?
Yeah.
So if nobody ever told you, if you don't know the law of the land, nigga, it's time for you to lay the fuck down, animal.
Right.
You're a fucking animal now, bro. So we're gonna go
Right.
hunting, bro. We're going hunting. We're going hunting for some animals, bro. For real though.
I feel you, bro.
All right, I'm gonna get on off here, bro.
Hey, salute to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, home. That's LA. What's up with it, Sight? Unmute up, Sight. Unmute your mic.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. What you think? What you think about Stephen Miller talking tough in the city of Memphis, man?
Well, it's easy to talk tough when you live in the suburbs. So that's easy.
And it's easy to talk tough when you got an army behind you, and that's what this is, man.
Right.
Yeah, they gotta. Yeah, hey, it's crazy because I seen some YNs basically with a cop walkie-talkie. You seen that video?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, yeah, they down there call them here for them youngers down there. Them kids not.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the calls I've been getting, they been running everybody crib. Like say like we sitting outside, right?
Yeah.
And they in the neighborhood, they walking up, hey, where your ID at?
Right.
It's just ugly right now in the city.
Yeah, I can believe it. You know, they got the stop and frisk and everything else going on.
Yeah, and then Trump basically letting the folks do what they want. Ain't no listen, y'all. Ain't no rules with the military. They don't. It's bad,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me bring this back. Boom, boom. All right, I'm gonna show everybody what I'm talking about just in case they don't know. Let's see here. This is the video I'm talking about, y'all.
Careful, we got a high speed on Shelby.
Like, why would you play with them people, man? You know what I'm saying? One more time for y'all. What's up with it, Toya T?
Careful, we got a high speed on Shelby.
See, when you think everything is a game, fam, these folk ain't playing. They ain't playing, and they coming to smash, bro. They coming to crush crime, as they say.
Careful, we got a high speed on Shelby.
Shelby Drive, east or west.
Yeah. See.
And then y'all putting this online, fam. Like,
Yep. The National Guard is not there to work with the MPD. The National Guard is there to take over. I'm telling you now, it's gonna take one incident, one bad incident, and it's gonna be martial law in Memphis. And Memphis did it to themselves. Y'all, they keep playing. It ain't everybody. It's these stupid young folks and these old folks pretending to be young. Like, man, go in the house and sit down somewhere. Quit playing with these folks. They got some stuff you ain't never seen before. When they break it out, I'm telling you, don't go crying.
Yeah,
but you ain't gonna be crying. Most likely you're gonna be dead.
Right. Right.
And they ain't taking this serious, bro. Like, this is not a game.
Nah, it's not. It's not. You
These
see them
people ain't
fucking they're not gonna be happening until they turn Memphis into a military state. And I hate to say that, but we see it. The worst thing that could have happened is for that little boy to get on a high speed with them folks and end up flipping that cop car. So it give folks hope to feel like they can just play with these people and get away with it.
Yep.
Because this is what they felt. See, all these youngsters thinking that this all fun and game. Bro, ain't nothing gonna happen with the military. The military ain't gonna be responsible for your death. You just gonna be dead. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Right, because they just gonna ragdoll you in the street until you devoid of life and it's over with.
Right.
Yep.
Ain't no Tyrese Nichols situation going on with the military. They ain't gonna be
Nah.
responsible for that. You just gonna be dead.
Right.
Y'all need to comprehend that.
Yeah. Ain't no marching, ain't no ain't no meeting at the church to discuss a strategy. Nothing. None of that.
There ain't gonna be no candlelight, no nothing. They ain't playing.
Cause like that man said, they got the full backing of the United States government, man. They not playing. None whatsoever. And that's what they leaning and depending on. So when you get out of line and go to talking crazy, yeah, man. It ain't gonna be too many cuss words. It's not gonna be an exchange like the young 28-year-old or the young 32-year-old black dude on the force would do with you. Nah, it ain't gonna be no back and forth.
No, sir. They gonna kill you quick.
Yeah.
Yep. And gonna get away with it too. Trump ain't gonna be like, oh no, send them back, man. they look. I just hope that Mayor Young and that MPD get a hold. Like, man, you somebody got to take some accountability somewhere. Memphis is messed up. The guards shouldn't even have to come there, but that city is messed up. Like, you can't be mad at these folks, and I understand it's a lot of crooked people up there in my office. Like I said, I don't blame all the citizens. It's a lot of the citizens, but it's mostly the brass. Nothing has worked. You've let stuff go on for so long. You can't make a mess and then say, well, we're gonna clean it up, but we'll clean it up on our time. No, Memphis is slated to be the first smart city in this country. They're gonna make sure that Elon Musk ain't buying up all that land for nothing.
And what they doing, man, to be honest with you, they're not gonna play with these kids. They not even talking to the mayor from what we seeing, So I hate it. But it is what it is at this point, And you're right. They didn't buy up all that land just to buy up all that land. They got plans for it, and it's gonna uproot a lot of communities. A lot of people gonna be looking crazy, looking for somewhere to go once they make factories out of whole neighborhoods. And that's the sad part about it. Yeah.
They finna gentrify all these neighborhoods above they know.
Exactly.
And make billions of dollars off of it.
Mm-hmm. One more time, y'all.
Thank you, Pete, Gaddy, Cam, and of course.
Hey, before we get started, we got 50 likes in the chat. Can y'all hit the like button, man? Hit the like button, and if you can, donate to the channel. But first and foremost, just hit the like button for your boy, man. I appreciate it.
Your governor, for not only being here today, but for the invitation to your state to bring making never possibly imagined. To the Memphis Police Department, the officers that I see sitting in front of me, we are about to provide you with a level of support you cannot even imagine. This isn't just a task force. This is a all of government unlimited support operation. ATF, DEA, FBI, ICE, Department of War, every resource we have. And they're not going to be sitting behind a desk at a keyboard We are sending in real cops with guns and badges you never possibly imagined. To the Memphis Police Department, the officers that I see sitting in front of me, we are about to provide you with a level of support you cannot even imagine. This isn't just a task force. This is a all of government unlimited support operation. ATF, DEA, FBI, ICE, Department of War, every resource we have. And they're not going to be sitting behind a desk at a keyboard. We are sending in real cops with guns and badges to go out with you on the street every single night making arrests. These are people who have taken down drug cartels, kingpins, the worst criminal offenders in the United States, standing with you shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. All we ask from you is to show up at roll call every single night with your brothers and sisters in the federal government and to go out and get the criminals off the street. And if you do that, I pledge to you, we will liberate this city from the criminal element that has plagued it for generations. This is not just a strategy shift. This is an attitude shift. We are not going to live in an environment anywhere where there is a street that belongs to a criminal, where there is a neighborhood that belongs to a gang, where there is any physical space anywhere that belongs to anyone other than the law-abiding citizens and families of Memphis. The idea that there is a square inch of block in this city where a citizen doesn't feel safe is unacceptable. This is Memphis. This is the United States of America, and all that bullshit is done. It's over. It's finished. The big neighbors that you deal with, they think that they're ruthless. They have no idea how ruthless we are. They think they're tough. They have no idea how tough we are. They think that they're hardcore. We are so much more hardcore than they are. And we have the entire weight of the United States government behind us. What do they have? They have nothing behind them. So we are going to win. They are going to lose. We are going to rescue Memphis, and it will not only be safer than ever before, but businesses and investment are going to pour in, and Memphis will be richer than ever before. Because President Trump has decided this is a priority, and when President Trump makes a decision, this team behind me today executes. Thank you, and God bless.
Man, think they playing. Think it's a game, man. Think it's a game, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a lot of tough talking, but you know what come behind that. You gotta know what come behind that, fam. There's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower breaking, man. Messing with these folks. I'm just keeping it a whole stack with you. You know, damn. And I hate to see it. You know, but that's basically saying that they finna turn Memphis into a military state. Yeah. Plain and simple. I'm talking about Buddy up there cussing and everything.
Oh yeah, they ain't playing.
Yeah, that bullshit got to stop. That bullshit got to stop. Ooh, boy. I don't know, man. No.
No, I know, because I know too, bro.
Yeah.
Here, them young folks, they gonna make an example out of a whole bunch of you young dudes up there, and I'm just gonna be down there in Birmingham, like, well, what's for dinner?
Well, I mean, shit, man, it's crazy. It's crazy because I wouldn't want this for nobody. You know what I'm saying? These young niggas gotta understand what they up against. They treat these boys like terrorists, man. And you know how these type of folk feel about terrorists.
Yep.
Come on now. Ain't no love, ain't no compassion, ain't no police in the streets. No. It's see target, eliminate target. That's what that is all day.
They don't want you to go to jail. They want you dead.
Bro, this TOS terminate on site with some of them, man. Don't listen. People of Memphis, if y'all live in Memphis, man, just stay in the house and follow the. Just don't break the law. It ain't hard to just work and go home. Work and go home.
Well, I mean, the folk that breaking the law ain't working, bro. That's the point.
Yeah. Don't be around. If you got some people, if you listening, and you got some questionable people in your friend circle or your family, don't be around them because you do not want to be a casualty of war. Don't be around them. They got to get another ride. They got to do something else. No, don't tell them no.
And the last thing, don't have these folk at your house, because the last thing you want to see is a bunch of Anglo-Saxons and BDUs and combat boots coming through your door at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you now.
Cause they coming in your shit. You can bet that's about $1, man.
No warrant. No warrant needed. No warrant needed.
That's facts. That's facts, man. That's crazy, boy. I tell you. Dragging you out, absolutely. They are terrorists and their government been corrupt. I bet they don't talk about the corrupt law system part. No, they're not. No, they're not. They, me and you, we talked about this in the comments. My last live. They not finna put a spotlight on city government. They coming to extinguish the criminal element in the street. That's what they coming for. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? And if you love your little ones, keep their ass in the house. Keep their ass in the house, man. Plain and simple. Feel me? Keep their ass.
It can't get no cut and dry than that.
Right.
What's up, Black Barbie?
If you love them, keep their ass out of the way. Hey, listen, man. Before we go any further, I just want to say tomorrow we popping out, okay? Tomorrow night we popping out, and I would be more than thrilled for y'all to bring in my birthday with me. So we're gonna go live about, I want to say, the same time we went live tonight, and we're gonna bring in my birthday together, man. Me and the Hit Squad, man. I hope y'all down for it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pull up, show some love, and we're gonna bring in my birthday the right way. So that's just a little, you know what I'm saying? Just a little advertisement. So Steven pull up, Cypress pull up. I need the squad in here, man. Show some love, man. Rock out with me. You know what I'm
We
saying?
gotta get up, man. We in the same city, bro. We got to get up one of these days, man.
Might as well, man.
Yeah.
If you stop crime, you stop injustice.
No. Justice still gonna be happening, bro. I can't rock with that one spot. I mean, I feel you, but I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
President to use minister, but okay, Dizzo. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and so the president to use military against, he's not, bro. Memphis, crime is in a lot of places. It's just gotten out of control in Memphis. We can agree on that. It's gotten out of control. It shouldn't get to the point where the guards should even have to come there. But you see what's happening. These, and I ain't gonna just put it all on the young folks. People think it's a game. They think it's like it shouldn't have gotten to this. The MPD is pretty much trash. The mayor, no matter who the mayor is, they don't know what they're doing. But they shouldn't have to come there. They not here in Birmingham. We ain't doing stupid stuff like that. Memphis is out of control. How you number one in homicide 8 out of 10 years in the country?
We doing stupid stuff. We just ain't doing it to the level that they doing.
Yeah. I mean, North Birmingham, they own what they got going on over there in West Birmingham. But Memphis is just like, it's like, doggone, every day they do, every day, man, 2 or 3, like, come on, man.
Yeah, them niggas is on some GTA type timing. But hey, it's the same down here, man. Shout out to the West Side. Shout out to North Birmingham, Collegeville. You know, Inglenook, Tallapoosa.
No, ain't no look. What? Man, no, bro. Ain't no shout out to them.
Yeah.
No, ain't no shout out to them.
That's what I'm saying. We got the same shit going on. It just ain't on the scale as them. Thank God it ain't. Thank God it ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them niggas in Memphis, bro, they feel like they can respawn and some more shit. You cannot respawn. You only get one life found.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem, bro. Neo said, if I was black and living in Memphis, I would lead a city. Hell, I'd lead a state. Those white folks would sing a totally different tune if black people took their dollars away. I don't think that if all the black folks moved out of Memphis, man, listen, they would love it.
That's what they want. That's what they want.
That's what they want. And it's gonna come to a point where black folks ain't gonna have no choice but to move from Memphis because they're gonna price them out of everything once they rebuild.
Yep.
And gentrify.
Yep.
Real talk. Y'all ain't gonna know Orange Mound. Y'all ain't gonna know Bethel Grove, Castaic. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna know Whitehaven. Cause they gonna take this shit and they gonna revamp it in no time.
Yep.
In no time, fam.
I mean, no more Dolphland, unfortunately. They're gonna paint over that mural, unfortunately.
Exactly. If this was just about crime rate, they would have been done this in Chicago. Absolutely. You see how they just kind of like hop, skipped, and jumped over Chicago and landed flat foot down in the bluff. That's crazy.
Well,
That's crazy.
Chicago got a little better. Chicago's got a little better. We got to keep it a buck. They got a little better. Just so is Detroit, so is New Orleans. They. I'm not saying they don't do stuff, but Chicago ain't like it was when Chief Keef and them were at the center of it, and it ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Not too long ago, they had like 58 homies in a weekend.
Really? Chicago?
Yes.
Well, I take that back then.
Mm-hmm. You don't need justice if there's no crime. Y'all have the. Well, I mean, if there's no poverty, then there's no crime. Let's start there, OG Snake Spotter. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how that go. You know what I'm saying? Without poverty, you probably wouldn't have crime. You wouldn't have people risking it all, crashing out, stealing cars, breaking into folk houses if you didn't have poverty. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I feel you. I feel where you coming from, bro. And it's gonna take all of us to put our heads together and figure this out, man. You know? That speaks to the lack of educational opportunity. That is right there. That is right there. And black and white. I must agree. Ain't they jumped down in Chicago too? No, they pump fake. They pump fake. They said they were coming to Chicago and wasn't nothing nobody could do about it. They was coming on the word of the governor. And they pump faked and came straight to Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
I get tired. Me personally, I get tired of the poverty excuse. Reason why? Because neither one of us on this panel got millions of dollars. But we ain't going out to go do dumb shit. Either.
Right. But it's levels. It's levels. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, quit, man. If I wanted to, I can go in there and look at an 85-inch TV. You know what I'm saying? You got people that hang outside. You wonder why niggas is outside all the damn time because it's hot on the inside. Ain't nothing to eat on the inside. You know what I'm saying? You might not have no lights. Cable might not be an option. You know, it's that type of poverty, man. And that comes from lack of an education, a lack of money management. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some more shit. Niggas are standing on the block with 4s, 5s, 6s, 12s, 13s on.
Yeah.
and can't go in there and put 5, 13, 24 on their TV. You feel me? Don't let that go over your head.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. I think, and I said this the other night, I think it's a lot of jobs in Memphis. But when you got 2 or 3 felonies by the age of 17, you price yourself out. Like you really like
right.
These companies want to hire, and so the poverty is not. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm agreeing with Cypress. It ain't about poverty. Like don't get in trouble, or if there are programs to get those felonies kind of redacted, or what's the word I'm looking for, expunged. Take advantage of them programs. Go work. Go get you a job. Even if you got to work at a fast food, it ain't nothing wrong with hard work. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't be well, I want to drive an Infinity and what it is. F all that. Go work at Popeyes. Go work at Checkers. Go work at Walmart, Amazon up there, FedEx up there. FedEx be wanting to hire folks. Don't get paid the right way.
And folks is working, but this is what I'm saying. Generational poverty creates desolate education. What I mean by that, you got generations, grandmas, mothers, and a house full of niggas. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't nobody got 2 nickels to rub together. And you got all these hard leg boys you done just birthed out 10, 15 years ago. They going to get it. They don't know no other way. They ain't been taught no other way. They ain't been raised on discipline. They ain't been raised on morals and values. They've been told from the age of 5 that we can't get this because I ain't got this. We can't do this because I ain't got this. You feel me? Right. And that create an atmosphere of crash outs. Emotional young men that's willing to crash out for anything because they ain't never had nothing. Feel me? That's all I'm saying. So they walking up to people's houses and everything. Boy, that's scary. That's scary, fam.
Yeah, couple of my people were telling me, man, I'm all walking up to people's shit. What y'all did? You ain't got it. Yeah, tell them.
They trying to establish dominance. That's what they trying to establish dominance right there.
Absolutely. You know, you could lay low and stay in the house and watch TV till the feds blew over. That ain't this. That ain't this. Yeah, they say this is a high traffic crime area. They coming and they knocking on your door like the Mormons. You feel me? You gonna wish them with Jehovah's Witnesses at your door. No, that is the United States of America.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, man. They could. K-Dog said they can't have Orange Mound National Historical District status. They'll be better off trying to demolish Graceland. Man, the way these folk change the law these days, you never know. You'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Never know, K-Dog.
They'll take Orange Man. They can't have, man. They'll come on. But I heard they putting money in the Orange Mound now. That's a surprise. Right. So I wonder where that money coming from. But Tamarian, you're right.
Well, they've been putting money on, but people just mess it up, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I hope y'all get it right up there because I don't want to hear. And I talk a lot of stuff about Memphis. I know. Sometimes Hitter got to kind of pull me back, but I want to see people succeed, especially my people, especially black people, man. But I can't want it more than people want it for themselves. I can't. Like I want Memphis to be all right, man. But the OGs got to quit trying to be young. This ain't the 90s. You had your time. Like, stop walking around with your pants hanging down your butt. Stop thinking you a rapper and get with these young folk and get some programs up there that's going to help these kids, man. Like, get them prepared for life. The daddies they not around, okay. Be a mentor. You can be. Like, a lot of these cats just looking for guidance. They looking for it. Just help them. Don't be you can't be a part of the problem and the solution. That's not the way it works.
Man, you ain't gonna let them people mentor your puppy, man. Stop it.
I don't have dogs.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
But I mentor kids down here. That I do it. I mean, I got a good friend. And the church, his boys, man. Like I love them. I treat them like mine. I don't mind, bro. It's people who are mentor. It's just you got to know who to trust for one, and for two, you have to have people who are willing to listen, willing to learn. Go ahead, Hitter.
You know what the OG's doing?
Nothing.
We in the building, man. Go ahead, introduce yourself. What like that? Hold on, time out.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
What it do? Orange Mound quit. Mr. Not guilty.
Mr. Boy, I like that, Mr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the killers is getting a bag on Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. Yeah. So I can go out here and stack bodies and when I get a little long in the tooth, when I start missing a step, I could sit down on somebody's couch and talk about it. All the dumb shit I done did my whole life.
Yeah.
Mr. Not Guilty. Yeah. Mr. Not Guilty.
Mr. dealt with two dummies from the Shelby County District Attorney's Office. Mr. dealt with two big backs who didn't know they left from their right.
Big back. Let's go. This is what the OG doing. The OGs is crashing niggas out and giving them life sentences. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the plan has been in motion for over a decade. The same areas they are blitzing today are the same areas they placed everyone after they kicked them out the projects. Yeah, absolutely. And I hate to sound condescending, but that's what a crime at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not by circumstance that's what a crime at, but nonetheless, that's what a crime at. You feel me? Crazy, man. And then we talking about looking to the OGs. And the OGs is saying, shit, if I beat a murder case, so I might as well capitalize off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. You don't think niggas looking at that and saying, shit, that old nigga can do it, I can do it too.
Yep.
Man. Then he did an interview with the Missing Link. Wow, he's for sure working with them folks. Vladimir put him on. The Missing Link. Who the hell is the Missing Link, T, baby?
Yeah.
The Missing Link. Hey, man, shout out to old boy though.
Man, F that dude. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna drop down. I appreciate you having me up here, but as far as Diddy, like Diddy had some speaking engagements according to the prosecution. He was like he didn't take this seriously, man. He got what he deserved. You had speaking engagement from Miami in 2 weeks from now. This dude, boy, it's a lot I can say about that dude. I got something to do. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate it. God willing. Happy early birthday here. Hopefully I'll be up tomorrow. We can bring that thing in right. But I'm gonna email you, my guy.
Appreciate you, Steve-O, man.
No
You
doubt,
already
no
know
doubt.
what it is. Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, y'all go rock out with Steve. Man, listen, everybody need to lose a little belly fat. I can stand and lose a pound or two myself. Y'all go rock out with the real SDB, man. Shout out to Steven, man. That man tough on crime, boy. He need to have one of them suits on, talking shit on the podium with them folks. Yeah, man. Oh man, that's crazy. It's you already know, Hitter. Man, you got the Missing Link. Damn, is that Adam? Definitely not by circumstance. Definitely by design. Governor Lee created a problem, permitless carry, and provided a solution. Boy, I tell you, boy, that's wild. That's wild. What you got to say about Diddy, Cypress?
Hey man, I think he got more problems coming.
That's what everybody keeps saying, bro.
Man, listen, bro. Right, little ride. Silver School starts around this month, 17th, I think. I think they're going to supersede the indictment, y'all. So stay tuned. He ain't after loop of the Tupac shit because the Keefy D trial next year.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Kurt Burrow's going to come in, and that's going to be a major piece.
Kurt Burrow.
Yeah, I've been telling y'all about Kurt Burrow, man.
T-Baby said, we about to start calling you Big Sexy Hitter. Hey, what y'all say in Tennessee? What you said? Let's go. Yeah, man. So a lot of people say that, you know what I'm saying, it might be a little bit more time coming down the pipe for Diddy. Especially as it relates to Lil Rod. I just don't believe Lil Rod, man. We're gonna see.
I think what's going on with Lil Rod, I think that's a silver case. I don't think that's criminal.
Yeah.
But I'm not for sure though. But
Nah, I think it is civil.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Kurt Burrow situation been handled yet. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Y'all go check out Giggity, man. Run Giggity up. He got 2 hours and like 13 minutes, 2 hours and 10 minutes of utter foolishness with Bradley Street Quit.
Knock you. So let's get into this here. What was your initial reaction when you got indicted for the Young Dolph murder case?
I was shocked, surprised to say the least. I knew I didn't have no type of involvement in it. So, when they came with the indictment, I thought it was a fishing expedition, to be honest. I knew I was innocent the whole time.
Okay, walk me through, like, what were you doing? Were you eating peanut butter and jelly? Were you eating cereal? What were you doing when you got the news?
Well, actually, I had just dropped my son off at school. I dipped through the neighborhood, and when I dipped through the hood, I seen a couple Durangos behind me, and so a gangster street nigga gonna stay in his rear view. So I peeped them, and I made a couple turns, and I noticed they was on me. They tried to play it off, pulled in the old lady driveway on my street to try to make it seem like they weren't following me, but I knew damn well that they ain't know that old lady driveway that they pulled in, because I know her. And so I knew it was on then, so I hurry up and hit the block. I was on a high speed by myself. I was trying to hurry up and get to our car wash in the neighborhood where me and Ball and MJGB, and I pulled up. As soon as I hit the lot, they pulled in behind me, about 12 deep, about 12 cars deep. And there you have it.
So what do you think? What do you think led the prosecutor to even pursue charges against you?
Trying to achieve their ultimate goal. When I was indicted, they basically told me, we don't even want you. Basically a casualty of war. And when they told me that, this shit really made me feel some way, because I'm like, man, y'all done derailed my life, and possibly trying to take me away for the rest of it. And you don't even want me. That was just the craziest shit I could ever heard dealing with the case.
Okay, although you know that you're innocent.
Cypress, you gonna host the after party? That's what T-Baby said.
Not tonight, but probably I'm probably gonna go live Sunday, probably.
Okay.
But this is what I don't get. How did you shock you got indicted and niggas was meeting up at your crib? Make that make sense.
Yeah, all the players, all the hustlers, like Outkast say. All of them meeting up at your house, fool. Boy, I tell you.
And I don't know who I don't know who he think he fooling. But if they told you they didn't want you, that meant you had to give up somebody in the next sentence.
Mm-hmm. T-Baby said he should have got some of his homegirls to put in that work for a couple of Honduns. She got a 30 mil ass whooping. Oh, you talking about Cassie? Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Oh man, but yeah, this nigga here crazy, man. I ain't seen all this video, but I gotta go through it tonight. We ain't gonna react to the whole thing. I'm gonna go through it tonight and see what the hell he talking about. So I'm sick of him.
How you shocked? Niggas mad at your crib, nigga. You shocked.
Yeah. See, if you ain't had nothing to do with this shit, you wouldn't have ran. You know what's going on? But hey, you know how you do. You know what I'm saying? Petty pill hustler and nickel sack marijuana seller. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. And man, listen, don't come for me, fam. I'm just telling you. Don't come for me. You know how y'all niggas do. Y'all niggas ride hard for this dude right here. Y'all ride just a tad bit too hard for on Mount Quit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you straight up.
Get your hairy Gucci looking ass out my comment, ho. Big set it off ass braids up under your wig, bitch. Fuck you talking about. Stanley Cook neck ass, bitch. Get out my comments, ho. Before I get to getting on your motherfucking ass, bitch.
What do you feel was the strongest piece of evidence against you, and how did your attorneys work to discredit it?
The strongest piece of evidence against me. None. I think it was some things that was manipulated into what you would say could be evidence, but it was an explanation for it. And like example, like the cause or whatever. And I think it was stated at trial that me and Straight Drop, I was passionately trying to get him a deal, a record deal. So, you know, who wouldn't be conversating with him? So, you know, for those calls to be taken and manipulated and trying to make it seem like they was about something else, you know, I was kind of worried about that because, you know, considering at the time some of the calls was made and all that, it just kind of looked weird, but it definitely wasn't about no damn homicide.
So did you know Young Dolph, or have you ever met Young Dolph?
Yeah, for sure, of course. Yeah, I know Dolph, and you know, Dolph neighborhood, you know, it ain't too far from mine, and Dolph was in the street, you know, he wasn't no kingpin.
Let's do it, man. We'll do it.
They be saying, but he was a hustler, and he was getting his money. So, you know, we interacted a few times, you know, a few pounds here and there, you know, some good smoke or whatever. But he was a good dude. He was a hustler. We weren't best friends. We ain't call each other, you know, shit like that or whatever. But they had some smoke over there in that area. Him and Daddy-O. I hit one arm up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was basically the meat and potatoes of that, I guess, relationship or whatever you say.
You're on a road trip. You can only pick one. Who you listening to, Dolph or Yo Gotti?
Gotti.
Oh, I like Dolph said the girl liked to argue, so he sent her to law school.
Hey, Memphis native, what going on, fam? What popping with you, bruh? You sitting up here tripping off of Bradley Street quick, man.
I like that.
Yeah. Dolph, you know, he was tough. You know, he had some catchy lyrics here and there, or whatever. You know, in my opinion, Gotti a little more lyrical. You know, I feel like I always had an ear for music, and I ain't got no dog in the fight. If Dolph was a little more lyrical, I say that. You know, I ain't gonna hesitate or pump fake. Don't nobody control me or muzzle me. And but you know, in my opinion, you know, God is the better rapper.
Okay, sitting in trial.
I agree to that.
So how did it feel when the jury said not guilty? And what were you going through as you sitting there and wait for them with the deliberation?
It's crazy. I've been asked that question so many times, and I get asked by people that kind of come from the same environment that we come from, you know. For whatever reason, they be wanting to know. They be wanting to hear it from somebody that's done been through it, but they don't want to go through it. But it's, you know, it's a feeling you can't explain, bro. You know, it's one thing, you know, I done been through the system and took a nickel, took a 6, you know, all this shit, you know, that shit ain't nothing. You know, you coming home. So, you know, but when you waiting on a lady to tell you whether you finna spend the rest of your natural life in jail, you just go numb. I know I did, like, and it was kind of like everything around me was like black. And my focus was just on the judge. And so, you know, I don't know if you know, watched it, or well, I'm sure, you know, went back and watched it if you didn't watch it live, but after that first not guilty, I ain't get no reaction because I know I had a second count. And so when she said that second not guilty, you know, it was just like, it's on, you know. I mean, I got my life back, you know, and so, you know, I immediately thought about my son, and I got an autistic son, so he was the first thing that came to my mind, because that's what mostly was on my mind that morning. Like, man, what if these folks take me away from my boy? Like, it was just crazy, bro. That's the best I can explain, OG.
That's good. That was a good explanation, because, you know, it's crazy you say that you've been approached by a lot of street guys or people, you know, our walk of life. And I'm one of them, because, like, I had a life sentence, but I've always pled guilty. I never went to trial.
Yeah.
So,
you know,
that's what made me act like, man, what's going through your mind? Like, you tried them people like
yeah,
that.
you know, and you know, me and you was having conversations.
Right. And I remember you used to say, I'm gonna whoop these people. I was like, man, he tripping.
Yeah.
I ain't want to tell you that, breaking the spirit.
You ain't just come out and say it like that, but you used to always tell me, man, look, man, if you can get low, man, go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy.
And but you know, and I was on that type of time, you know, the day when it was right before we was finna pick the jury, you know, and my lawyer, the best attorney in the world, Manny Aurora, he got a relationship with Leslie Ballin. So it's a great attorney from Memphis, Tennessee. And we was sitting in the room, and Leslie walked in, and he was like, "Govan, you ever been to my office?" I said, "Leslie, no, I ain't never been in your office, Leslie." And he said, "Well, I got a pair of dice in my office, and sometimes me and my colleagues, we'll play dice." And he said, we'll gamble here and there at the small stuff. He said, "Govan, but you know what I don't gamble?" I said, "What's that, Leslie?" He said, "I don't gamble nothing I can't afford to lose." And he said, "Govan, you can't afford to lose your life." He said, "Man, you got a autistic son that you thinking about." He said,
man,
that is tugging and man, it's hard. He said, "Man, take the 10, Govan." And it, you know, when he explained it like that, you know, it made sense to me. So I went on to sign for it, and just so happened they rejected it and forced me to trial.
Wow.
You know, and if hadn't they done that, what day did I go to trial? What was it? July? No, August 18th. So August, September. So yeah, I was gonna get like I think the prosecution had already agreed to give me like a 45 to 60 days to turn myself back in on the 10. And so right now I basically like be preparing to go in and knock that 10 on out. Wow. But you know,
man,
God had a different plan.
Say, bro, it's a lady like I go on social media from time.
Man, y'all, I'm gonna go and do a little research on this live and do a little watching, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. But this man here, boy, salute to him. He beat it. You can't never knock a man for, you know what I'm saying, going to the door with it and beating it. And so I give him that. I give him that, man. But like I said, we all know. I wish Jennifer Mitchell had a deal with Submarinium did to Diddy. Yeah, you beat that shit, but listen here. Yeah, you gonna take these 25 and holler at me when better days come. But yeah, man, Bradley Street quit, man. Give it up for him. He beat it. He home. He doing what he wanted to do the whole time, which is capitalize off the story. He gonna be doing YouTube. He gonna be doing more interviews, man. He got him a publicist. He got him a manager and everything. You know what I'm saying? Him and the ex YSL member Lil Woody. You know what I'm saying? They got the same manager, so they, you know what I'm saying, Quet say he finna do a book, and he probably gonna do a movie. So hey, there it is. There it is. Yeah, for real. And as we done seen it in the last 10 minutes of this, Dolph wasn't no kingpin. He was a petty marijuana dealer and got his more lyrical and all that good stuff. So I'm finna watch the whole thing, man.
Well, I agree to that.
Yeah, I know you would. I know you would.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We clown that nigga from the city. Why not say I'm bumping Dolph and got it? Boy, I said, yeah, man. Yeah, but you know, old habits die hard, and you know what a nigga allegiance lie. You know what a nigga allegiance lie, bruh. So I wouldn't expect nothing but that what we got from him. So it's all good. But yeah, man. I guess we're gonna shut it down for the night, man. And we're gonna be back. Y'all pull up for my birthday party. Pull up for the birthday party, man. And we're gonna bring my birthday in together and have a little fun. We're gonna react to this and a few more other things, man. And yeah, man.
See,
I hope y'all here.
I gotta go watch this in full and that.
Yeah, y'all go over there and rock with Giggity and check the video out, man. We'll come back and we'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to OG Snitch on the Magnolia, man.
Anyway, you know what it is, man. Shout out to Cypress. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to everybody that came and rocked with us tonight in the chat, man. T-Baby, ZK, Memphis Native, pull up tomorrow. G-Money, pull up tomorrow. You know what it is. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, G-Money. K-Dizog, you know what I'm saying? OG Black Barbie, everybody that came in here and added to the dialogue, man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have no donations tonight, and that's fine. But, yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for rocking with us. If you hadn't hit that like button, hit that like button for your boy, man. Do not leave without hitting the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button and push this video out. And yeah, man, it's your boy, the Alabama Hitter. And until the next time we decide to spin, we in the win.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Salute to the hitters, man. And we gone. Where we going out to? Where we going out to? Let's see. And before we go, always remember, man.
I always keep it real with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. I never lie to myself. That's why niggas don't be liking me, and a lot of people don't be around me no more. You get what I'm saying? I don't lie to myself. I'm too real. You gotta be real. See, it's real. Then when you too real, they fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro. I try to do what's right. I'm fair in life. I don't want to get down on nobody. I don't want to finesse you. I don't want to do none of that. I ain't gonna play with you neither, though. Ain't no harm in me. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I want to make sure you get the same benefits I get. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, won't nobody be mad at nobody. But if I come up before you or you come up before me, it should be like, you know, it shouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? But that's with everybody in life. Like, you should be able to build somebody up, or you should be able. If you ain't worried about nobody else, don't be no hater. Tell yourself the truth. Damn, I want to be like him, but I ain't gonna start hating though. Don't do that. If you gonna be a hater, keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, homie. Back in that bed. Yeah, this shit. Finna murder that bitch. Come on with it. Got a dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks. Karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed. Now it's a lot. Now he hot. Dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping hands and smoking loud. She got lied. And she forgot. Bitch, I'm from Montgomery. We do numbers on the south. It's going down. Fuck you talking about? They say who that thought you knew that I'm that nigga, bang 'em Jay. Floating through the city, getting it crumb and making major pay. If you ain't about making money, get what, dog, we can't relate. I don't fuck with niggas like you, please just stay up out my way. Okay, I can make it double 24 to 48. Ain't no drop, it's a drought. They gon' buy this shit all day. Pocket rocket on my waist. Yeah, Lil Nina, that's my babe. She gon' show out by Lil Bang. Niggas know that girl don't play. Okay, me and you ain't equals. No, we not the same. I'm just soaking up these blessings. Thank the man, I can't complain. Nigga finally see the picture. I just got a bigger frame. And I'm still going in. Yeah, you niggas know the name. Got a dojo in it, feel like Cobra Kai. With them bricks. Karate chop. I just broke it down and recompressed. Now it's a lot. Now he hot. Dummy blocks. She been eating Molly, popping hands and smoking loud. She got lied. And she forgot. Bitch, I'm from Montgomery. We do numbers on the south. It's going down. Fuck you talking about? Hey, bitch, I just love Pluto. Parked the spaceship across the field. Came back with some triple stacks. Said I pack, we geek for real. She say, bang, bang, where you at? I told her, meet me cross the hill. Cone liquor popping pills on some video. Shit for real. Junk gon' crank up the grill. Told your mail, pull out the speakers. Party every weekend, give a fuck about them peoples. Dip out for a minute, damn, they need me in the kitchen. Bitch, I'm something like a chemist. I'm a young Josephus. Late night now, I'm lurking, nigga, where the cookies at? Yeah, I'm kicking, that's a fact. Say she sober, hold on, hunger, here, just take a piece of that. Gotta twist it to the max. Now the bitch won't shut up talking. Bet you didn't know that your baby mama love this fucking dojo in it, feel like